Hello everyone, we are group number 2 and welcome to join our presentation of future scenario for Berlin 2030. We'll start with the demographic changes. The population is increasing worldwide due to increasing birth rates in North America, Oceania and Africa, and also due to the higher life expectancy. People are living longer and fewer children will die. Also, the share of population will decrease in Europe and increase in Africa and Asia. Next, we'll look into the social structure and lifestyle. In 2030, the growing middle class is reaping the benefits from technological progress and economic growth. Over 60% of the world's population lives in cities and have an urban mindset. People have access to mental health support on their devices. People live as cyborgs from an early age, and new technologies such as blockchain, the Internet of Things, and artificial intelligence are used to make healthcare delivery more accessible. Solutions to the challenges represented by our aging populations will be robotics assisting in aged care. Diversification and sophistication of productive activities enabled using information and communication technology will have contributed to a 50% reduction of poverty around the world. Now we'll discuss the urbanization. In 2030, more people will leave the rural areas and move to the cities. This leads to economic, environmental, social, and infrastructural challenges, which are, for example, high unemployment, more air pollution, poorer living conditions, challenges with transportation, higher cost of living, increased crime levels, and lack of privacy. However, there will be more jobs available, a vast network of goods and services, there will be better healthcare, education, and entertainment options, a higher standard of living for some people, and a higher level of security. The next factor we'll discuss is climate change. In 2030, people will be guided by the following principles in relation to climate change. There will be rapid innovation in energy efficiency technologies, creating a consumeristic and low carbon world. Businesses are selling services rather than products. Individual car ownership will be prohibited, but the public transportation system will be highly efficient, as well as collective laundry services. A motto is share with your neighbor. Government will build dams and powerful seawalls defenses to protect land from the raging oceans. Greenhouse gases will begin to decline. The world is divided into blocks, and countries wage violent wars over scarce resources like water. The next factor is the mobility behavior. By 2030, sustainable mobility will increase around the world. As mentioned above, fewer cars will be used, while public transportation, bikes, and pedestrians will gain importance. Car sharing will become more important than owning, and electrification of transport will be more and more important to reduce carbon emission. Moving into the next key factor, we have corporate social responsibility. Because of existing trends in CSR in 2021, according to Forbes, organizations increase their CSR efforts in the sourcing and production of their products and services. In this way, they give back to not only their communities, but also to the whole world. What is more, the Sustainable Development Goals by the UN are embraced by the companies, more specifically the decent work environment, responsible production, and help to decrease the carbon emissions. The last key factor we'll discuss is the availability and price of resources. By 2030, the availability and prices of resources will see a massive difference compared to today's standards. While it is sure that the renewable energies are having a bigger focus with time, and this trend will keep growing in the upcoming years, fossil fuels are still present. The supply and demand is still in balance now, but this will change when the prices start rising in the upcoming years, which will lead to renewable energies being the primary source instead of fossil fuels. By 2030, it is expected that Germany will have to increase renewables share in power use to at least 75%. Here are our sources. This was our scenario for the future. Thank you for your attention.